Now, the battle arena is like right in front of you. You just have to back away half a step for it to show up.
Engine at full speed!
Ah, greedy Cervantes! Now, since I capped out all my skills, I've got some new weapon skills to use. And you've had this a long time coming.
A victory for us all!
And there goes greedy Cervantes. Oh, now something else I forgot to mention. I know it does it for the lucky animals, but I don't know if it does it for the chaotic PKs. But with the lucky animals, if you happen to get all 50 lucky animals before you manage to get one of each lucky animal, he actually closes up shop and doesn't let you do any more. So you kind of cheat yourself out of an item as out of a reward item if you don't get one of each before you get all 50. And I don't think the chaotic PK guy does the same thing if you get all 50 PKs before you get all the chaotic PKs, but I'm not positive. I know at the very least the lucky animal thing was fixed in later games, which the fixing of problems in later games is something that I'm actually going to talk about in a little bit later. But,
Heroes the Third, at your service! I guess we won! Engine at full speed! Well, that's that, I guess. Heroes the Third, at your service! A victory for us all! best. A victory for us all! Heroes the Third, at your service! Phew! That was a good fight! Let's get going! Well, that's that, I guess.
There we are. Every one of the chaotic PKs has been defeated. And I even went and took out all 50 of the remaining. Now, if we head over and talk to Dingo, he'll give us our reward. It doesn't work so well in back alleys. But oh well. Also, there's some people back here.
Yo.
Now, he gives you pay for killing off the bounties, and he gives you a reward, say the mantis snail and some additional money, for taking out the chaotic PKs. Now, I've already taken out the vast majority of them, leaving only the last two that haven't been crossed off already. Now, for most of these, you just get stuff that you can add to your sword like that, but for beating all of the chaotic PKs, you get the Ripper's Blade. There's all of them. Now the Ripper's Blade. I've been using the Ill Needle up until now. The Ripper's Blade is even better. It's a rarity star 5, which means you cannot mess with the customization on it, in this case backstab and sleep attack. Also means it's one of a kind. This is, for all practical purposes, the best Twin Blade in the first game. So I'm gonna have that one equipped for a while. You can theoretically get one more powerful, but it's not even remotely practical to get it. Now, that said, I've taken care of all the bounties. Oh, right, I wanted to go over here. If you go into Raven, head into the back, into Yada's room, and check his little sphere here. You get to start a VR match against any of the avatar fights you've done up until now. The various mini-bosses, bosses, phases, and what have you. For every one of these that you defeat a second time here in the VR room, you get a wallpaper, and you get a very special wallpaper for defeating all of them. So yeah, I took care of that off screen as well. Oh, something I should mention here, I guess, is I had a lot of trouble dodging the one flowery attack by Maha. And I knew this once ages past, but it wasn't until I actually messed around with the fight some that I realized how to dodge it. Which is, for whatever reason, I thought you were getting sucked towards Maha, when what's really happening is she is charging you. So you can just dash left and right to dodge it real easy. And I felt a little silly once I figured that one out. Now that's it for the VR system. The last thing we want to do then is go into Canard and talk a little bit about the Book of 1000.
What do you want?
Got everything up to the 3rd rank. Some of these are easier to take out than others, just beat up enemies, trade with people. I almost never trade with anybody. I gift people all the time, though. Let's see here. Beast statues, items and the like, playtime, arena matches, so the more you go to the arena, which I'll talk more about here shortly, the number of enemies you defeat. Now, I've taken out almost all of these. You don't actually have to get every single one of everything to cap out the books. As you can see here, I'm currently missing one of the Mecha Beast category and one of the Crustacean category. Once you get like 98%, though, it gives it to you. The reason I didn't do some of the last two here are because they're just kind of hard to track down. So, and then riding around on the bike. Let's see here, the item collection is another, tricky one, going back and getting one of every item in the game. I can't really tell you much in the way of giving you help on finding all of these. Some of these are just unpleasant to get to. Then, since we've got everything up to rank 3, which is the cap for this game, the whole guild as a whole is brought up to rank 3, and we're allowed to expand our facility again, and we're given platform storage, which means you can actually access guild storage from the little mini Chaos Gate blue orb things on the fields. So there's that, good times. I spent a lot of time getting that, and the Book of 1000 is how you unlock background music, movies, background images, everything. So yeah, you want to cap that. Now, kind of the last real thing I want to talk about here is the arena. Now, the arena's unlocked again, so you can go back and keep on fighting. You are technically the Emperor at this point, so you can't actually raise your rank anymore. I mean, by the time I make it over here and talk to the lady. You'll see I have a rank of Emperor, and I'm not actually displayed on the list there. Now, you can generally take everybody to the arena. You cannot take Gaspard. If you try to enter with Gaspard, Haseo kind of stops and says Gaspard doesn't like it. But you can enter with even Pi and Kun. And Adelie, well, understandably, her status is left a little ambiguous until the next game. Now, I ran in here to the arena. This is where I capped out all my skills and stuff up to 10. The second I put up one Twitter post saying that I was in the arena fighting these things, I got about 100 people telling me to go trade with Henigo and Corporal Yano, I think his name was, to get these skill books, and that's certainly one way to do it, but it's also time-consuming and expensive when in the arena you can fight like 3 matches and get the exact same amount of stuff out of it. And it's also not boring. Especially since come the end of the game... Come on. There we go. A couple of the groups are actually leveled up to 50, so you can still get some really nice stuff out of these. And considering how many people started telling me that I could go to the, I should go to and buy the skill books and whatnot, I'm wondering just how many people are actually listening when I say that I know what I'm doing, I don't need people to handhold me through this game. But that's something else. So then, we have 2 things left to do. There's not all that much to do in the post-game on this game, but that's kind of rectified later on. We need some party members for this, so let's go ahead and grab Pi. And Cilibro. Wow, he didn't even pour it in, he just kind of appeared there. Like some kind of ninja. Now, the first thing we're doing is going to... First thing we're doing is we're fighting us a doppelganger. Now, for this, you will want a reasonably high-level area. You'll want a field-type area. You want it to be easy enough, but you don't want it to be too... I mean, you don't want it to be difficult, but you don't want it to be too easy. There we are, 45.